Hello students, as yesterday you have seen again some activity based on mutual induction, and previously we have seen activity based on the self induction. So I think you can do that at your home. That is very easy to assemble and just to see how the induction process or how we can make the wireless charger and others, all effects you can understand easily by yourself there. So here, after the discussion on mutual induction process, now we will discuss on which factor the mutual inductance is depending on. So here, as mutual induction, if you will see the formula for the solenoid that we have written, so according to that formula, this mutual induction is given by. So here, this is given by the formula, that is M is equal to mu 0 N1 N2 upon L into A into the current that is flowing in the first coil. So here in the second coil, means if you have two coil, then you can flow current in each of the coil, and you can understand the mutual inductance phenomena that we have seen yesterday already. So here, as in these all cases, now you can understand the dependency of the mutual inductance on the factors here. The first factor on which mutual inductance is depending on this term mu 0. So this is the first term mu 0. This is permeability, means the medium that we are using to produce the mutual induction here. So as the medium in which we are observing mutual induction, that will be more permeable, that will have relative permeability more greater than that kind of material will be more suitable for the mutual induction here. So here this is depending on the first term. Second term here, the number of turns. So number of turns in each coil, either primary or secondary. In each of the coil, what is the number of turns here? Greater will be the number of turns in the coil. You know already, with these coil there will be the greater change in the flux, means of if suppose that we have one coil with which n number of this phi flux is associated, and if we have total number of coils 10, then with 10 coils, total number of flux that is linked here, this is 10 phi. And for this one, if you will calculate what is the value of induced EMF and current, that will be also 10 times to that value here. So it means that our value of induced EMF and current increases with increase in the number of turns there, and this will also increase this mutual induction that is defined by the mutual relationship between two coils. Means simple, you can say that greater will be the flux linked with the secondary coil due to the change in flux in the first coil, then greater will be the mutual induction here. Next factor on which it is depending on the area of the coil. So if you have to increase the mutual inductance between two coils, then you can increase the area between two coils. Greater will be the area between two coils, greater will be the mutual inductance between them. Next factor is here the current that is flowing in first or second in any of the coil that you have chosen. So if greater will be the current, greater will be the change in the flux, and greater will be the change in flux, according to that greater will be the mutual inductance there. Next factor here, the length here. So if you will just keep smaller the length there of the coil, then greater will be the value greater will be the value of mutual induction there. So these are the factors, and besides these factors, one more thing on which it is depending on mutual separation. So as mutual or relative separation, so as like in last video you have seen, we have taken two coils. So these two coils, means this is first coil, this is second, and if we have connected this first coil by some battery here, and we are observing the induction in this secondary coil, then obviously you can observe the in secondary coil the induction, and if you will see this mutual separation between their centers, if this is increasing, then with increase in the separation, less flux will or less field lines that will pass through it, flux will decrease here, and due to that the you can say that the mutual induction relation will be decreased here, and for a sufficient large distance these two coil will behave independently to each other. and if you will decrease the separation, greater will be its effect, and that also I have predicted in the video, last video that I have attached. Next one on which it is depending, relative orientations of the coil, means in which manner you are orienting the coil, on which it is also depending on. Like as we have used two coils here, so one coil, if it is, this is our first coil, and in which some I current is flowing here, and the second coil that we have here, that is in this way, this is or in the same direction. Suppose the second coil also we have. So here if you will see the direction of the first coil to the second coil or orientation, so as both are in the same direction, so theta is equal to 0 here. For this case we are getting maximum flux changes here, as phi is given by VA cos theta. So for cos theta, cos theta is maximum for 0, theta is equal to 0 here. So for this orientation, the mutual inductance between two coils are greater. That's why we are coiling two different wires over each other, so that angle between or orientation between them can be 0 degree. But if we will just put them perpendicular to each other now, like one coil we have in this manner and the second coil we have in this manner. So these are the two coils, and now these two coils you can see these are perpendicular to each other, their axes are perpendicular to each other. So as theta is equal to 90 here, so the flux changes will be 0. So in this case the minimum mutual induction we will have here. So in which orientation we have kept two coils, that is also very important to understand. You can perform this experimentally by yourself. Every topic that I am discussing here, this is the experimental proof for the mutual and self induction or electromagnetic induction. You can observe all the phenomena here by experiments easily. Now I think the factors that are affecting the mutual inductance, that is students now clear. So after this clearance, let's study what is coefficient of coupling here. Coefficient of So here coefficient of coupling means whenever we will couple two of the different coils mutually, then they will provide us coefficient of mutual inductance, as well as they will provide us coefficient of self inductance. So as here let's see the next topic of the chapter here, that is coupling of coils. So here as now suppose we have two coils here. So in these two coils independently, these coils, as if whenever suppose in first coil we have attached some battery to it and some I current is flowing in it. So as whenever the current will flow through it, the flux link with this coil will change and an induced EMF and current will be generated here. So due to that we can understand here the self inductance phenomena we are getting, that can be represented by L1. Next one, as this change in flux induces mutual induction inside the second one coil, so here also flux will change, and due to the change in flux here induced EMF will be generated. So as induced EMF and current is generating in this coil also, so here mutual induction we will get between these two coils. Now if suppose that in this coil we are connecting the battery, current I is flowing, then due to that current, if flux is changing and induced EMF or current we are getting, so it should also we have some of the self inductance. So as we are free to choose any of the coil, then both coil will have the self inductance property, and obviously these two coils will also be related by mutual inductance. So as we are coupling these two, we are just joining these two one. So how they are coupled? So that is coupled by a factor or joined by a factor, that is called coefficient of coupling. So coefficient of coupling is given by the formula, that is K is equal to M upon root L1 L2. So this is the formula for the coefficient of coupling here. Now if you will see the coefficient of coupling, its value obtained to be between 0 to 1 here. So K has value between 0 to 1, and obviously if there is no coupling between these two, suppose we have kept the separation of these two coils, sufficiently large, then for large separation, as they will behave independently, so as for independence behavior, m will be 0 there. So for the 0 m, there will be k is equal to 0. So here for no coupling, k will be 0. But whenever the sufficient large coupling between these two, and they are kept at a proper distance, so that we are getting mutual induction process, so m will be there, means m is equal to 1 for that one. We are getting coupling k is equal to 1 there. Clear? So it means that it has value between 0 to 1. So students, I think that is now clear here. Or you can also say that for k is equal to 1, this value of m will be maximum. For k is equal to 0, m will be 0. So exactly you can say that the coefficient of coupling tells us that what will be the effect of the mutual induction, means how much mutual induction we will get if k is known for any of the coil or their relationship. Then they can provide you information for the maximum mutual induction that you are obtaining, and you will be able to know, like you are making wireless chargers. So for wireless charger, at which distance you have to keep your mobile through the from the charger, so that it can be charged quickly. It can there can be the maximum induction in the mobile due to that wireless charger. So that separation can be obtained, can be known if we know this value of k here. So this is the practical importance of the coefficient of coupling that we are using in our daily life. So I think students, this topic is also now clear. Next here section that we are going to study, that is also very important section, that is grouping of the inductances. So let's see, if we will group the inductances, then what will be the effect here. Grouping of inductances means, now as previously in capacitance and resistance chapters, we have seen that we are joining or we are grouping two capacitors or more capacitors in series way, or resistors in series way, like again we have coupled them or grouped them in parallel combination. So here also we can do the same procedure for the inductors also. So let's couple the or join the inductors in series and parallel combination, and let's see what will be the equivalent coefficient of induction there in both of the cases. So here you can also calculate this one. So for the grouping of the inductance, there are two kinds of grouping will be in series combination. So first combination that we are going to study here for the grouping, that is series combination. So for series combination, let's understand the first concept here. So for the first concept, let's suppose that this is the first coil we have, and this first coil is now connected in second coil in such a way the current I that is flowing here, that will go here, and in the same direction the current I will flow here and here also. Clear? So this is the joint here in this way. So it means that here if we will provide the current in the first coil, then due to the production of the current, here will also be the production of one current in the secondary coil, and or that current is flowing in the same direction as it is flowing in this one coil. So such kind of coupling is the first case for the series, and obviously you know that for series combination we are joining two elements by end to end. So this is one end that is free for both of them, and one end is joined. So this is for definition for the series combinations here. And for this one, suppose L1 is self-inductance of this coil, L2 is self-inductance of this one coil. And next one thing, as you know that in series combination, the potential or the induced EMF that will be generating due to this I current that is flowing through these coils. So as inductance effect will be here, whenever I current will flow, flux will change, some induced EMF will be generated. So that induced EMF will be sum of the induced EMF between these two coils. So as in this coil, if E1 is the induced EMF that we are getting, and in the second coil E2 is induced EMF we are getting, then net EMF will be equal to E1 plus E2. So this is the combination series law. You know that potential is distributed here, in the series combination, so EMF will be also distributed here. So we will utilize this concept here. Suppose this is whole, we are denoting by some E. So I think now the first grouping of the inductances in series combination, that is very clear to you. Now you can utilize the formulas that we have written before. So let's use that, these all formulae that we have used. So due to the less space, actually I have to rub it. Next here, as students, you can write down, or you can just suppose in place of two coupled just coils here, we can replace them by one coil in which I current is flowing, and due to that its inductance is equal to L equivalent here, and induces induced EMF is capital E here. Clear? Means we have to find out the value of L equivalent here, so that one can replace, one can utilize this concept to study whenever we are grouping the inductors, then what will be the equivalent inductive value there. Like we have calculated already capacitive, equivalent capacitive value and resistive value. In the same manner you can do that here also. So let's see the formula here for this one. So as this concept we will utilize here. So according to this concept we have E1 plus E2 this one. Now by using Faraday concept, you know that this E1, that is induced EMF in the first coil. Now as in first coil, if I current will start to flow, then induced EMF will be generated because some change in flux will occur. So L1 property we are getting. So induced EMF due to the self inductance is given by minus L di by dt if I current is flowing here. Along with this one, as it will induce the mutual inductance in the second coil also, as the second coil is joined with them, so there will be also the flux change with the second coil. So the mutual correlation between them we will get. So here the mutual effect of the EMF we will also get. So these two EMF will be present here, means one of the EMF here will be due to the self coil and second due to the mutual relationship between them. So clear, I think. Next one here, if E2 you will write, means the EMF induces in the second coil. So in the same way, in second coil, if you can understand, if I current is flowing there, then due to the flow of I current, flux changes there. So L2 property of the induction we have got, so we can write induced EMF is L2 di by dt. But that induced current or that change in current will induces some mutual induction in the secondary coil. So that's why we will also get this value of the here. And one more thing, as the mutual induction that will be in the same direction here also, and that's why we will take here the same direction minus here. So I think these two equations are now clear. Next one, if you will just write the induced EMF in terms of this one. So in the terms of the L equivalent for this one, as this is L equivalent and I current is flowing, means due to the change of this I current, this induced EMF is generating here, and induced EMF is generating, and that is categorized by this L equivalent. Now we can write down in place of E this value, in place of E1 this value, and in place of E2 this value. So let's write down here and solve this. That will provide you the value of L equivalent. So here for this one case we have minus L equivalent di by dt. For this one case we have L1 di by dt minus of M di by dt. For this one case we have this plus minus of L2 di by dt minus of M2 di by dt. So this is the value of all these terms. Now we can take common di by dt, and that will be cancelled out from here, and minus you can also just cancel out from here. So we will get L equivalent, this is equal to L1 plus M from here plus L2 plus M. So finally L equivalent is given by the equation L1 plus L2 plus 2m. So this is our final answer for the question here. For this section means if we will join two inductor in series, then this is behaving like just in the same manner as we have got for the resistive combinations there. So as means the inductances that will be added up, and even if they between them mutual inductance is present, if mutual inductance is present, if it is not present, then M will be 0. Suppose that the coils are at sufficiently large distance and they are joined by some wire. So in that case, if mutual inductance process we are not getting, so M you can write 0 there. So for the M is equal to 0, the L equivalent will be equal to L1 plus L2, means directly for the circuit that is combined in such a way that two inductances has combined in series combination, and in which in both of the one current is flowing in same direction. One is very important thing is here, if current is flowing in the same direction, then for that case only we will get L1 plus L2, and if M is 0. If M is not 0, then from this formula we can calculate what will be the net induced in coefficient of induction there. So clearly from here you can see, if mutual inductance will be present, mutual correlation will be present between the coils, then definitely there will be the increase in the inductive property. So we are always trying to put two coils around each other so that coupling effect can be increased there. We can make great inductor there. So that's why to produce the large inductance we are using such kind of coupling there. So clear, I think, first thing. Now let's see the second case here, students. So this is still now we are just studying the series combination of the two inductors. So in the second one case, if suppose we have the first coil in such a way, this is the first coil in I current is flowing here. Now in second coil we have coupled in such a manner so that the current is flowing through the opposite direction here. Means from here I current is entering here. In the previous one, if you have seen that, so I current was leaving through here and it was entering through here, but this kind of coupling is now different. We can also couple in this way. So in this kind of coupling, what will be the net coefficient of induction here? What will be the L equivalent here for this one case, where I is different here, means the direction of the I is different. So let's see such kind of behavior also. This is the case second, in which way if you will couple the two coil or group two coil in such a way. So suppose here again L1 is the value of this one in self-inductance value, and L2 is self-inductance value of this one. So here one more thing will be here. Again the EMF between induced EMF in both of the coils, that will be different, and also if these two coils have put at sufficiently small distance, then they will produce mutual induction phenomena also. So let's write down first the values of induced EMF. So the value of induced EMF for the first coil. For first coil, as I current is flowing there, that I current will change the magnetic flux inside it, and due to change in magnetic flux we will get self-inductance property. So according to the self-inductance property, the value of induced EMF is given by this one value. Now this self-inductance, as the flux is here changing, this will induces or change the flux of this secondary coil. But here as the current is in opposite direction, then flux that will be induces here, that will be also in opposite direction. So due to the opposite direction of the mutual induction, here we will get plus of M di by dt. Only this is the different case from the previous one. So I think you can now understand why we are getting this one case, because the mutual inductance we are getting in opposite direction to the previous one. Next one, for the second one, E2. For E2, if suppose I current is flowing through this coil, then we are getting the self-inductance property due to the change in flux linked with this coil due to change in this current. So L2 property gives rise to the value of induced EMF. So this then can be given by minus L2 di by dt. But here as this current and this current is direction is different, then obviously it will induce the induced EMF in opposite direction. So mutual induction is it in opposite direction, so again we will get also here positive. So these two factors are now clear. And again now if we will replace this whole of the coil by one coil that has equivalent inductance, that is L equivalent, whole of the EMF is here, induced EMF E, some I current is flowing here. So for this one case we can write E is equal to minus L equivalent into di by dt, and this E, as we have replaced these two coils here, and in between this coil E1 EMF is produced, in between this E2 EMF is produced, so here it will be equal to E2 E1 plus E2 as that is distributed here. Now let's write down the value of E1 E2 and solve it. So for the solution you can understand now what will be the value of grouping of the just coils here. So here as E is equal to, we have E1 plus E2, and A we have just obtained minus L equivalent di by dt we have, that is equal to now minus L1 for E1 I am going to write minus L1 di by dt plus M di by dt here. Similarly for this one we can write minus L2 di by dt plus M di by dt. So as from here we can take common as di by dt, we can cancel out that, and also let's common negative minus sign from here. So L equivalent can be obtained L1 plus in place of plus it will be minus M, plus L2 it will be minus M. So finally L equivalent, this will have the value L1 plus L2 minus 2M. So these are the two cases here for the series combinations that we have seen, for which what will be the value of the induced inductance here for the series combination. So as here if you will combine the two cases for the series combination, means the coupling method for the series combination, so you can write down a general formula here for the series combination. So this general formula for L equivalent for series 1 will be equal to L1 plus L2 plus minus 2M. So here in this way you can understand now, as plus M 2M we will obtain if we are joining them in first case, and the minus 2M we will get if we will join in the second case. So this is for the series combination of the inductors here. Clear, I think. Next one case, if you will see, if we will combine the two inductors in parallel combination. So as for the parallel combination, you know that the current that will just feel here a junction, so that is distributed now. So suppose we have one coil, this coil we have, and the second coil that we have, such kind of coils we have here. So as these two coils we have connected in parallel combinations, and suppose this coil has the property of induced self-inductance L1, and this coil is the property L2. This is the first coil, this is our second coil. Now if I current is flowing through here, so this I current will feel a junction here. So at junction it will be divided into two parts. So this I1 will be flow here, I2 will flow here, and due to that later at this junction they will recombine and this will provide you I current. Now let's see what will be the induced EMF in this case. So first you have to recall again the property of circuit in parallel and series combination. So as in series combination, potential is distributed in the same way here in parallel current is distributed. So this current I can be written as I1 plus I2, and suppose in place of this whole of the combination we are putting one combination in which it has the value of inductance L equivalent, it has net this induced EMF is E here, and obviously if here induced EMF is E, then as they are combined in parallel combination, then induced EMF will also be same for the both of the here, because the potential is not distributed here. And in this case suppose I current is flowing now. Now we can write down the value of induced EMF for the first case. So induced EMF for the first one case we can write down. Now suppose that we are just taking the case when no mutual inductance we have. So for this one case, E is given by minus L1 di1 by dt. Also for this one we can write E is equal to minus L2 di2 by dt, because this self-inductance we will get due to change in I2, this self-inductance we will get due to change in I1 here. Similarly here we will get the self-inductance due to this L equivalent due to the change in this current I. Now we can calculate first we can just take the derivative of this formula. So let's just utilize this one now. So as the derivative of this formula can be written with respect to t, this is in this manner, di1 by dt plus di2 by dt. As it is distributive, we can distribute it. Now we can calculate convert just value of di1 by dt from here, di1 by dt from here, di2 by dt from here, di by dt from here. So let's write down the values here. So this will be value E upon L equivalent. So minus E upon L equivalent is here. Similarly from here it will be equal to minus E upon L1. Similarly from here E upon L2. So E will be cancelled out, minus will you can just reduce minus from here. So this is equal to 1 upon L1 plus 1 upon L2. So this is the equivalent inductance for here for the coupling of two or just combination of two inductors in parallel combination. So students, I think this kind of configuration is clearly you can understand now. You can formulate easily the formula here, as number of times we have studied for capacitors, resistors, even for cells we have seen, and now we are seeing it for inductor. So you are able to understand it clearly. So just I think everything that we have just learned here, that is now clear. So let's end our class here today. In next class, let's see the rest of the things of the chapter. Thank you.